Welcome to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And what a moving episode we have today.
Yeah.
We've got Michele here, who is an author, a writer, and used to be a teacher. And she has written a novel based off of some real life events that happened to her. And
a very cathartic moment for her, kind of processing, getting through some of that.
Yeah. I think it's a story that a lot of you can learn from and resonate with. So keep it right here to meet Michele and learn about her book.
Well, you know, I'm happy to say that this is the last time for the year that people will see me as monochrome.
In black? In two different colors of black?
Yeah.
You can't even do monochrome, right?
I know. I'm like, well, that's why black drives me nuts, because it's like, well, what color black? It's like, is it the Fanta black, which is now like the black is black?
I don't know.
So yeah, so the black is black. And I'm like, oh man.
I also feel like, for me, in my head, I had a very clear idea of what I thought this would look like. And then I put it on and put it all together, and I'm like, what am I? Like, Baby One More Time Britney Spears? Am I a judge? Am I Wednesday? Am I a weird fusion?
I was thinking it's like, I think it was David Lee Roth, wasn't it? Who did like Hot for Teacher?
Yeah.
You kind of have that look as well.
Okay, well, there's that too. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know what I am. I'm something.
You're something and the demise of MTV.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, it's like my youth growing up watching all those music videos.
I know.
They got away from that, and that's probably why they're going down the tubes. But
well, yeah. That's still sad, though.
It is. It's the end of an era.
It is the end of an era.
I mean, they provided so much entertainment.
We sound so old right now.
Cultural relevance for so many folks.
They did, yeah.
But I mean, even once they moved away from just the music videos, I mean, because, well, you know, as you're scrolling through all these reels, it's like there keeps showing up like all these different like Bandstand and Dance Party USA, and I'm like, I remember watching those in the 80s.
I know.
So,
well, I don't, but I know
you don't.
Do.
But yes, I do. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, although we're sad about MTV, we are very happy to have Michele here, who is sharing a very personal story with us and with all of you through her new book. And we invite all of you to honestly just tune in and see what it looks like when somebody is willing to be vulnerable and take something that they went through in their life and turn it into an inspiration for others. So we hope that you enjoy this interview with Michele and that you will support a local author and buy her book.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And we have a really wonderful guest here today. We've got Michele, who is an author of the book Jade's Broken Bridge. Hi, Michele.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Good, yeah. Okay, so tell us a little bit about who you are and about this book that you've written.
Okay, well, to start with, I'm an Arizona native.
Yay, me too.
I know, yay. I was born in the East Valley in Mesa and went to school, you know, through the schools there. I am a writer, a poet, a former high school English teacher. I decided to leave the high school in 2019. Okay. Made the decision to pursue writing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is this the first book that you've written?
This is the first novel I've written.
Okay.
I have written 2 novellas and some poetry chapbooks illustrated by my artist daughter, but this is the first full-length novel.
Okay. And this is based on something kind of personal to you.
It is, yes, yeah.
You want to share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. The book is based on my experience as a young woman in the late 1980s, and as a young woman on my own and looking for a way to pay for college, I began topless dancing in what was a decision that took me to Fairbanks, Alaska, and then back to Phoenix as a way to pay for college.
Alaska?
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay.
So it was very interesting. And very interesting backdrop to the story, because it is such a different type of place.
Yeah.
But the decision to do that took me there. This story is based on my experience as a dancer in those two places.
Okay.
And it's fictionalized,
Okay.
but it's based on true events, yes.
Interesting. And what compelled you to write this? Like, what is the story or the connection that you hope people kind of make when they read your book?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'll give you a little background about the story. I think that will help answer the question.
Yeah.
I left high school teaching in 2019. Like I said, I lost my dad that Valentine's Day. And it was, thank you, it was one of those life moments where I realized, you know, how short life is, and that it was time to pursue some things I had put aside. And so I began writing that summer what I called 50 life stories. And they were just short stories from my life. I just let one idea roll to the next without an agenda, and without any thought that I would publish anything. It was really a writing experience of healing for me. And I, not only losing my father, but also making the decision to leave teaching. That was a very difficult decision.
Yeah.
But it was one I just knew intuitively that I needed to do. So one of these short stories was about this period of my life. And I started, you know, I wrote the story. I eventually wrote all 50 stories. It took me 7 months, 70,000 words.
Wow.
But this one story stood out, and I just knew there was more to say. I knew this was a story that could not only, if I explored it further, could offer me healing, but that it was a powerful story that could help others, especially young people like I was, who have potential but can easily slip through the cracks because they don't have support.
Yeah.
Or the financial means, or you know, the ability to even know who to ask for help, especially in the 80s when we didn't have, you know, the internet and all the resources that we have now. So I wrote my 50 stories, and then I turned back to that story because it wouldn't let me go. And when I was writing that short story, I was struck with an epiphany that I know would not have happened if I wasn't writing that story. And it was that all the shame I had carried through the years about the decision to pursue money in that fashion, that I buried, you know, I carried all that shame. When I was writing that short story, I had a different perspective. And that was that it wasn't just, I made the decision, but I never thought about all, like, the role that the men played in those clubs, those bars.
Yeah.
It was just all me. And writing that short story was the first time I saw it from that perspective. And that really gave me the power, like I was empowered, you know, and it gave me courage to write the story.
That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. And like I said, I know it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't just sitting there in that, you know, story and reliving all of that. And so I just started writing the story, and it presented itself as a flashback.
Okay.
Which made it very challenging as a writer. And it starts, can I tell you a little bit about the beginning?
Please do.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of power in the beginning of the story, and it's one of the messages that I hope readers will take away from the story. Is the first chapter begins with the character, her name's Jade, and she's visiting her dying grandmother. And she is also under the influence of drugs, which is a terrible experience, you know, that transpired from this decision and this environment of topless clubs and that environment. And she sees her grandmother dying, and she realizes that she's slowly killing herself with the decisions she's making. And so she knows she needs to change her life, but that's not so easy to do.
Right.
So that's the beginning of the book, but it's actually the end of a year of dancing and getting really deep into this environment.
Okay.
And so then the story goes back and explains, it really tells the story of how that all transpired.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds very powerful.
Thank you.
Where can people find your book?
It is available through Amazon, ebook, paperback, and audiobook.
Okay.
Also, Barnes and Noble or any bookseller can order if someone has a favorite independent bookstore, or directly through me, and then I have a little bonus in there too. And
well, there you go.
and then I can sign it, which is nice. That is through my website, msefton.com.
Do you read the audiobook? Is it your voice?
I wish. That's a goal.
Yeah.
I really hope to do that. Goals for next year.
Okay. Yeah.
It's available through Audible, and
Okay.
it is the best voice I could choose for the character, or that fit the character through the AI options that we have.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you
sharing
so
about
much.
your book. I look forward to reading it myself.
Thank you.
And yeah, if you would like to also get a copy of the book, it sounds like the best bet is going directly through. Would you say that website one more time for folks?
Sure. msefton, SEFTON.com, and that's my author website.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, and we hope that you'll stick around. We've got more wonderful things for you when we come back. Well, Marshall, we're going to talk about some family fun things to do today.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, first one I love, and we might actually take Charlie to do this. It is dog days at the garden at the Desert Botanical Garden.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so you actually can take your furry friends, your pups, out for a Saturday morning stroll, and you can capture a ton of adorable moments together. So this is for all furry friends, and all ages are welcome. This is, though, an 18-plus event, so you can't just send your kiddos to walk the dog in the morning. And tickets for this start at right around $40. And then 3 to 17 is around $20. And then if you've got a toddler, they are free. So what a blast. There's probably...
What if you have a puppy? Are they free?
Well, yeah, they don't charge for the dogs.
Oh.
Adults, youngins,
Oh, I thought
children's.
I thought it was like, I was like, and how do they judge that? I was like, is it dog years, is it people years?
Yeah.
So.
I imagine that's really good sniffing at the botanical
All
garden.
kinds of new smells and new animals and.
Yeah, I know. So that'd be a good time. Also, if your dog's never smelled a cactus before,
Oh yeah.
just be careful. Our dog did that in the backyard. We let him do it because it's like once they do it once, and then it's
You learn quickly.
Yeah,
Not to mess with those prickly pears ever again.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that sounds like a good time. And normally, you can't take dogs in there like just every day. So.
Right.
That's pretty cool. The other one we want to chat about is an event happening right here at our home at the Arizona Center. It is Family First Friday, happening at the Arizona Center. We've got Adrian, who brings tons of artists out and community mural projects and all sorts of really cool things going on.
Always a good time. So many different vendors.
Yeah, Retail Therapy does all the shopping vendors.
Yeah, so I mean, you wind up with a really good mix of arts, of families, of music, so a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Marshall and I will probably be running around
Indeed.
at some point. So definitely come check it out. A lot of people think that First Friday only happens on Roosevelt Row. That is not true. There's stuff
so
happening
much more.
all throughout downtown Phoenix.
Right.
Yeah. So make sure you come check us out and let us know what your plans are for First Friday, or if you've got any other family fun events that you'd like to share with us. You can do that at On the Morning Show on Instagram or hello@onthemorningshow.com.